Trias, the next massive metaverse.
What's going on, guys? Randy here with another crypto video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the bell notification if you'd like to see more content like this. Also, check out my Patreon, link is down in the description. Trias consists of three layers: the Leviathan, Prometheus, and Magcarta. Leviathan is a decentralized global trusted computing infrastructure to ensure the genuine execution of a piece of software, whereas the Prometheus is a decentralized traceable software development and distribution framework to ensure correct compositions and constructions of a piece of software. And then you have the Magcarta, and that's a consensus-oriented programming paradigm and general purpose smart contract ecosystem to orchestrate computing resource and software components and manage costs and benefits. So you have this new concept called the Triathon that is being built on the Leviathan. It's part of the Trias ecosystem. You're starting to see Trias build out their ecosystem now. They're at the point where you can start building on Trias and have projects just like you have Avalanche that has their own ecosystem, or Solana, Ethereum that have their own ecosystem. Well, Trias is at that point now. So here's a quick overview from Jonathan X on Twitter. He made this pretty awesome drawing here of Triathon and what it is. You have the Coliseum here that is the logo for Triathon, but I like how he breaks it down, and this kind of explains in a nutshell what Triathon is. So you have the projects that join Triathon and they get their chains tested. Any kind of project can join Triathon and have this done. The community then contributes in testing joining projects' chains. You're actually playing a game when you're using Triathon, and no technical knowledge is needed. You play to contribute. The results are shown in a transparent way in real time. You can forge and buy NFTs, use them to attack, defend, or prepare a project's chains for the next wave, earn income while you're doing it. You get to decide which projects leave this arena alive. So that's just like the basic. We're just scraping the surface of Triathon and what it is. So the Triathon token is the native of the Trias ecosystem. Right now there is no actual Triathon token, but there will be. Trias is relaunching their mainnet. And then as the sub-project of Trias, Triathon will launch their mainnet Q3 2022. So in the early days, the Trias token will be used to process NFTs on Triathon. And then once Triathon token is released, it will become the generating governing token for all of the NFTs. Trias token will continue to act as the Triathon token and many more Trias ecosystem projects generating and governing token. So you can consider the Triathon as Trias' own metaverse. And the metaverse will be driven by the community to fulfill the needs for testing chains, building of GameFi to make it more fun and rewardable for everyone, not just tech-savvy people, but literally anybody. So at first, Triathon will be primarily used for testing Trias' own infrastructure, but once Triathon launches its mainnet, you can expect it to also support other sub-projects launching in Trias. So Triathon NFT has a special purpose, and it is to trigger the testing infrastructure for all real-life applications. So Trias is a team of more than 100 engineers and scientists, and this is quickly expanding to over 300. And you have to realize Trias is a massive undertaking. It's huge with the three different layers and then now the building of the ecosystem around it. The CEO, Dr. Anbang Rang, he sees Triathon as the new foundation stone for the crypto space. It's going to redefine the launching process of valid crypto projects. It also gives all investors tools to verify every aspect of a new project by themselves. With Triathon, Trias is trying to answer these questions. How do holders or investors tell which projects they can trust and put their money into? And also, how can projects with true value come to light? By asking these questions and transporting them as tests in this virtual game land, Trias can ensure that everyone will be able to participate, and not just the tech-savvy people. While playing the game, users can stake their NFTs for different purposes. For example, they may stake NFTs for a special piece of weapon, for a war against another spaceship. The battles in these game worlds have an effect on the real world as well. Battles between spaceships are actually testing and auditing processes happening to the testnets. The defeated spaceship exposing problems in the testnet. Testing connects the game world and the technology world. These battles move in the game will bring changes to the real world, from the game world to the technology world. It's a new dimension altering event that shows real issues in the real world. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds pretty darn innovative. I think it's pretty undervalued and underlooked right now. If they can bring this to fruition, if Trias can nail Triathon and projects start to use it as like a testing mechanism, this is huge. Talk about having real world utility. That's exactly what Triathon is. And also, Trias just announced that one of Triathon's rarest NFTs is going to become available. It's known as Dungeon. It has a rarity value of 1.56%. It is not just an NFT, though. As one of the main facilities, it plays a more important role within Triathon. Dungeon is the command center. It demonstrates a complete dynamic visualization of issuing and executing all operational commands, and all the results can be directly viewed on screen. For example, how the testnet value fluctuates in real time. With Dungeon, credibility, openness, and transparency are further promoted. It enables Triathon, a more trusted testing service provider. Therefore, Triathon doesn't need outside endorsement compared with other institutions. The value is defined by both users and the technology it uses and reflects real-time adjustment and dynamic change. And like I said before, I mean, this is innovative stuff. It's a matter of now the Trias team completing their process, bringing Triathon into real life, letting people use it. And that's all to come. And that's all to come here in the near future. Now, I think some investors of Trias might be wondering, building this Triathon, is that going to take away from the Trias project? But actually, Triathon is one of the key components of the Trias infrastructure. It will firstly serve as an interactive testnet for Trias. It's going to test to see if Trias is a good project in itself, and then it's going to try out other real-world projects. And that's the thing. It's good to have an ecosystem, and this is the first step in building an ecosystem. Now, Dr. Anbang Rung goes on to say that the Trias token will be the generator of Triathon Token. The more popular Triathon is, the more valuable Trias token eventually will be. Also, staking plans will be initiated to allow Trias token holders to keep generating from their ecosystem projects. So that's some great news of stuff that might be in the works down the road, different ways to stake your Trias to earn ecosystem rewards. That's some great future incentives. All right, so in other Trias news, they just brought on a new CEO for Trias Japan. Trias is based in China, but they're also trying to expand in other parts of the world, and right now it is in Japan. So they hired CEO Katano Yoshikatsu, and one of the main reasons why they're trying to expand into Japan is it's the world's second largest digital asset trading market with more than 10 million digital asset investors. So I think it's a logical next step to try to get Trias known into this part of the world. So Katano's main focus is going to be getting the Japanese market excited about the NFT cards, NFT blind boxes, NFT collections, and then next also helping to build Triathon, which allows users to test the chains by playing the game. He's going to be pushing Triathon and Trias into this Japanese market. Katano goes on to say that Triathon is going out to solve this massive metaverse problem right now, which is conducting and testing chains. Katano will be working in Japan to press this metaverse Triathon, conducting tests on actual chains, and really just promoting Trias and Triathon across all of Asia. Trias isn't just in China and Japan, but actually they're a global project. Trias has held events all over the world. Here's a list of different events they have taken part in, from Japan to the UK, United States, Singapore, and beyond. It just goes to show you that Trias is dedicated to building their brand all over the world and not just in Asian countries. All right, so taking a look at Trias right now, $16.51 over on CoinGecko, a market cap of just under $83 million. Again, circulating supply is only 5 million. Total supply is 10 million. There's a lot of room for the Trias token to run. Now, Trias had an all-time high of $31.70 back in May. Things were just really getting hot within this bull market back in April and May, and then it came crashing down. Price ended up tanking with the rest of the market, but it just kind of just bad timing. You had this hot project, everyone was jumping in. FOMO was setting into Trias back then, and then it came crashing back down, so you had plenty of time to get Trias at some insanely cheap prices in July and August. We had a nice rally here back in early November. hitting $26 per Trias token, and it's come back down a little bit. So now might be a good time to get in. There's not going to be too many opportunities like this where you can pick up Trias and then ride that wave. I can see Trias being a three-digit coin, the supply it has, and the low market cap that it has. In the grand scheme of things, $83 million market cap is essentially nothing. If it were to make it to page one of CoinGecko, a $1 billion market cap, you're talking a definite three-digit Trias token. But personally, I see on the conservative end a $100 coin, and it has the potential to get to 500. It sounds crazy, but when you have a coin that has low supply, a lot going on, including mainnet launches and the ambition of Triathon. And now don't forget, Trias does weekly updates about their project. They're always open with their community. You have the CEO, Dr. Anbang Rang, doing a lot of AMAs lately to really drum up that interest in Trias. I think three digits will be inevitable for Trias in this bull market. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Triathon project. Does it make sense? Do you have any questions about it? Let me know down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the bell notification, check out my Patreon link in the description, and I'll see you guys soon.